Hi everyone. Today is my last video for this year. It's my December wrap-up and kind of 2017 wrap-up. 2017 has been really fun for me as far as reading. I've got to read a lot of fun books. I've got to meet several great authors, so those are kind of some highlights for me. For this year. So I'm pretty excited to see what authors I meet next year, what books I read next year. So my next video will be kind of my 2017 or 2018 TBR. So keep a lookout for that. Anyway, this month I read 14 books. I had a really good reading month, and altogether in 2017 I read 92 books and did 19 books on audio. So, about 110 books, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Anyway, let's get going with the December wrap-up. So the first couple books I'm going to show you are kind of Christmas books that I read to get myself kind of in the spirit. So the first one was A Christmas Carol, by Charles Dickens. So, A Christmas Carol is a story that's been around me for a long time. Me and my brothers used to do the play for Christmas for a lot of years. I was Scrooge, and I never really read the book, so I read A Christmas Carol. And the next one is My New Crush Gave to Me, by Shandy Petroff. This is a really cute story. It's about a girl named Charlotte Donovan. There's a guy at her school that she kind of likes, so she kind of maneuvers it where she gets him for the Secret Santa, but she doesn't know the first thing about him, so she kind of makes a deal with the cousin, so she can learn more about him, but then she finds herself falling for the cousin. So it was just a really cute holiday, kind of romantic comedy type of book. So this one was really cute. The next one I thought was super good, The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand. I kept hearing this was like a retelling of A Christmas Carol, and it was really good. This is the story of Holly Chase. She gets visited by the three ghosts, so past, present, and future. And they said, if you don't turn your life around, it's not going to be good for you. But she doesn't listen, so she ends up dying, and she ends up being the ghost of Christmas past. So it's kind of the story with that. It was really good, and what I kind of liked is just the message, kind of just like there's hope, and as long as there's life, there's hope, says Kendall. So I kind of like this. This was a really good book. And so some more books I read. The Diamond Secret by Suzanne Wen. This is kind of a retelling of the Anastasia story. It's definitely fictionalized, but one thing I liked is that the author said this is how I would have liked it to be. So it wasn't like, oh, this is what happened. And in the back there's a little historical blurb of like what actually happened in the story of Anastasia. But I always like retellings of it, so Diamond Secret. Another one was A Tale as Old as Time. If you saw my other video, you will know that I did not like this book. I thought it would be like a really cute story, just the Disney characters, kind of another retelling of Beauty and the Beast. It was not. So, yeah, I did not like it. I was hoping to like it so I could read the other books in the series, but no. So I might be getting rid of this book, but Tale as Old as Time. Another one was London Belongs to Me by Jacqueline Middleton. This is a story of a girl named Alex Sinclair. She decides to pick up her life and move to London and to pursue playwriting, and just like what happens there. I was surprised I liked it as much as I did. It was really cute. full of twists and turns and drama and nerdy stuff. She likes like Doctor Who and Sherlock, so with the little references in there, it was like, oh, I know that part. And of course, London has their historical places. So it was really good. There's a second book. I don't know if it's going to be a duology or a series. I think it's going to be a duology, and I bought the second book. So I'm excited to read that one too, because this one was really cute. Another one I read was The Martian by Andy Weir. I wanted to read some stories by Andy Weir because I knew that I would be getting Artemis in the Illumicrate. So I had The Martian, so I'm like, okay, I need to sit down and read it. So I read it. It was really good. It's, and I might be seeing him at a Comic-Con because sometimes they have authors. So hopefully I can get these signed. But this is a story about an astronaut named Mark Whitney, and he gets stranded on Mars. And he has to use his wits to find communication. He has to use his wits to survive, to find water. And it's very science-y. I don't know how accurate the science is, but it's very science-y. And it's very just like on the edge of your seat. Like, what's going to happen? Is he going to be saved? And then I watched the movie, which was fairly accurate to the book. So anyway, The Martian by Andy Weir is pretty good. And then I read The Last Messara by Kristen Ciccarelli. It's very shiny. And this is a story about a girl named Asha, and she is a dragon slayer. And this is kind of like a fantasy book. And she wants to kill this one dragon to, like, kind of redeem herself of some stuff that has happened. But then she is helped on her quest by this servant boy. They get to know each other. And there's this war. It was really good. I really liked it, and it's very adventurous, and it just keeps you on your seat. Throughout the book, there's like little stories of the stories that she's heard as a child, so that was kind of interesting too. So I like that. And then I read Love, Life, and the List by Casey West. This almost made it to my top 10 books of 2017. It was so cute. So, I like Casey West, and this one I think I like better than P.S. I Like You. So, this is a story about a girl named Abby, and she's into art, but the person who she works with, who's curator of an art gallery, says, your art doesn't have heart in it. It doesn't have emotion. So she sets off to find more emotion in her life and more heart. So she makes this list of things to do. And she's kind of, her best friend, Cooper, is kind of doing the list with her. But she likes Cooper, and she has told Cooper she likes him, but then he was like, oh, I kind of don't really like you. So she played it off as like, oh, haha, I was joking. So it's just them kind of in their summer and what happens on this quest to do this list. So it was really cute. So, Casey West. Another book I read was Everless. This is the British version of the book, so cover's a bit different. This is a story of a kingdom where time is kind of locked into your blood, so and it's used as a currency. So let's say you wanted to buy a piece of bread, it's like, oh, okay, that's 2 minutes of your life. So you have to like bleed yourself 2 minutes of your life, and that's like equal to a piece of bread. Or if you're in debt, that's you take a year off your life. So depending on how much life you have in you, it's kind of like how much you're able to take from a person. So there's this girl, and Jules, and she is working at the castle of the people who have like all the money all the time, and she just finds secrets and It's kind of adventurous. This one was really, really good. The way the ending was left it very much open for a book 2, so I really need to read book 2 because it was really good. And like what happens, and yeah. So it says, time is a prison and she is the key. So I don't know when this is out in the United States. I don't know if it just came out last week or if it's coming out next week. But yeah, it was pretty good. And the last couple books I have not finished, but by the time that I post this video, they will be finished. So the next 2 are books, manga books, Toradora, and this is a story of Ruji and Tiaka, and they kind of don't like each other for the first couple books, and then they're starting to like each other, and they are now both on a quest to take down this one girl at their school because she's not a very nice person. So these are pretty fun to read. So those are the 2 books. And the last 2 books, almost done with them, but Alice's Adventures Underground. This is the manuscript copy of Alice in Wonderland, and it has the drawings of Lewis Carroll, so which is kind of interesting. So I kind of read the beginning, and that he had given this manuscript to Alice Little, and then years and years later he contacts her and says, hey, can I borrow the manuscript that I gave you for Alice in Wonderland so that they can do a reprint of it? So she said yes, and that's what this is. That's what this is. So far, it's very close to Alice in Wonderland, but it's almost like an abridged version. So it looks like the book, he added some more stuff. But the heart is still there, like the main scenes are still there. So this one was pretty good. And if you are an Alice in Wonderland fan, you should read it. And the last one is Jane Steele by Lindsay Fay. This is kind of a retelling of Jane Eyre, but she is a murderer. So I'm not quite done with it yet, but so far I like Jane Eyre, so I'm like, I have to read this one. So anyway, those were the books that I read in December, and yeah, I feel like I did pretty good this year, so 110-ish books. And yeah, so hope you like this video, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next year. Thanks, bye.